Hi, I'm Steve Martin. I'm the Executive Director for Careerlink. Um, we administer a grant, training grant from Department of Labor uh, in an 8 county region here in central Illinois. Well, Careerlink, I think, was put together sometime in 1980. It started out under the CETA Act, and then kind of moved towards that was there for about 4 years. And the first 4 years, it was made up of just 4 counties and a state of 4 county region through the next act that was reauthorized was the Job Training Partnership Act, or JTPA. Um, the 4 counties were McLean, Mason, Fulton, and Tazewell. And later on in I believe 1998, the Workforce Investment Act was authorized, and now we are under a new authorization, which is the Workforce Innovation and Opportunity Act, otherwise known as WIOA, which we administer. Yes, this is our sole source of funding. It is a $7.5 million grant that's administered by the Department of Labor through passed through to the state of Illinois, and then allocated to 22 local workforce areas. Um, that of which we get 7.5 million for our own local workforce investment area.
And
Well, one thing is that the unemployment is down 3.5%, so funding may be decreased next year because of that. The other thing would be that the law itself makes it difficult to maneuver around because they took good laws that were in place, training laws, Job Training Partnership Act, Workforce Investment Act, etc., and rewrote and reauthorized the Workforce Innovation and Opportunity Act, and it holds a lot of. It's much too cumbersome. It has a
gotcha.
lot of oversight, and which handcuffs you in trying to do a good job and create programs and open up programs to help people get back to work.
Gotcha.
Well, one of the strategies that the state has come up with because of a finding from Department of Labor, this is another thing that kind of threatens the agency, spreads it too thin, is that
Mm-hmm.
they want to reconfigure the local workforce areas because
Mm-hmm.
there's overlap in the economic development regions, of which there are 10. We're asking for the state to create a waiver um, since Nebraska received a waiver for. Uh, Nebraska received a waiver stating that they did not have to reconfigure,
Gotcha.
according to the Department of Labor finding, and is doing the same.
Excellent. Briefly.
Sure. We currently operate under the Workforce Innovation and Opportunity Act of 2014. So previously, every 10 or 15 years, Congress has passed a law that for federal job training that we would operate under. Um, and historically, that has encouraged the partners to work together. WIOA brings us together in an entirely new way. Several different programs that you may not expect. Adult ed from the Illinois Central College or Spoon River College is actually falls under the law at the federal level.
Mm-hmm.
So even though our dollars come from the Department of Labor and their money may come from the Department of Education, there's around 14 programs that still fall under WIOA.
Mm-hmm.
And so therefore, they all pay into the WIOA system here in Central Illinois.
Okay.
Specifically here in the Peoria office or the One Stop Center, that money comes to pay for the One Stop operation, part of the facility, the supplies, etc., the computers, all sorts of things.
Mm-hmm.
And I found that in Central Illinois, with the implementation of that law, we were quite a few steps ahead of some other areas of the state, just
Mm-hmm.
because of the existing relationships that we already had with those partners. We had
Mm-hmm.
some very strong interpersonal relationships that we could fall back on, and that gave us a good starting point for
Mhm.
implementation, where other areas had to start from square one.